Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the pyramids. Today we are going to discuss about the pyramids. So here, first of all, what are the solid you need to identify which solid is given. So we know that what is a pyramid, and you should have a difference between what is a prism and what is a pyramid. So pyramid is nothing but which has pyramid is nothing but which has the uh, one base and as well as one apex. So apex and base corners, apex and base corners are joined by a slant edges. Apex and base corners are joined by a slant edges. So that is called as a pyramid. So whereas prism has two bases, that is top base and bottom base. In the last class we discussed about the square prism and pentagonal prism. Okay, so similarly here we discuss about the pyramids. We discuss about the pyramids. In these pyramids have only one base. Pyramids have the one base and apex. So apex is joined to base corners. Apex is joined to base corners by a slant edges. By a slant edges. So that slant edges are called as OA, OB, OC, OD like that. Okay. So then, so first, is it a prism or a pyramid? We need to find out. So if it is a pyramid, then the front view of the pyramid is looks like a triangle. Front view of the pyramid looks like a triangle. So when you look at this, the problem is given as a square pyramid, and 35 sides of base and 60 axis length. 35 sides of base and 60 axis length rests on HP on one of its corners of the base. So it is resting on one of its corners of the base, such that this is such that the two bases just contain the corner on which it rests maximum inclination with HP. And draw the projections of the solid. Draw the projections of the solid when the axis is inclined at an angle of 40 degrees and appears to be inclined at 45 degrees. Appears to be inclined at 45 degrees. So in this, first the square pyramid, how it looks like, because it is resting on one of its corners, so corner has to come on right side of yours. So based on that, the initial position is drawn. Based on the top view, it looks like a square. Top view looks like a square. So that square is how it can be drawn. So that square can be drawn in a two different ways. So how the initial position is to be started. See here, if you look at the XY line, okay. So from this XY line should be how much thickness is going to be. Yeah. If you look at this thickness should be 0.35, 0.35. The square can be drawn by using this pattern. Square can be drawn using by this pattern. So what is the square side? 35 right? So 35 width is and height is also 35 And see here the square can be drawn like this also. Means which is if when you have to draw this kind of square, because when it is resting on edge of the basis. Okay, edge of the base. As it is resting on corners, so corner has to come on the right side, means it has to go with angle of 45 degrees. See, like this. So these two orientations can be drawn. So which one is required based on the corner or resting on side? Based on that condition, we need to draw the top view. We need to draw the top view. So place the top view. Then so here the pyramid once again the center of this which you can need to draw by joining the opposite corners. By joining the opposite corners. Okay, by joining the opposite corner. So if you look at this, I have made everything is thick here because this pyramid has the slant edges. This is called as O, and say this is A, and this is B, because only one base is there, so I'll be getting so A, B, C, D. Whereas in the case of prisms, you'll be getting A1, B, B1, C, C1, D, D1, because there are two bases. But here it is a apex. From the apex, OA is the one slant edge, OB is one slant edge, OC is slant edge, and OD is one of the slant edge. So there are four slant edges will be there in a pyramid. There are four slant edges will be there in the pyramid. So first we need to draw the axis line. So axis line from this endpoint, so draw the axis line, from this endpoint, okay. Then project up to, because the projection should be 1.13, so up to this point. Then from there, what is the axis length is given? So I have given that axis length is equal to 60 mm. Axis length is equal to 60 mm. So a square pyramid base 35, axis length is 60 mm. So go vertically to a length of 60, enter, okay. So this is the top apex. This is called as apex. So apex has to be joined to a base. As a apex has to be joined to a base. What are the base corners here? From A, you need to project onto this XY line. This is the A, and B and D is projected till here, and as well as C. From C, you need to project up to here. So once you got this, this is the naming. If you give, so this is going to be the bottom base. Bottom base naming is, this is A dash. Okay, A dash. And here B dash and D dash will be coincide, right? So B dash, comma, D dash is not visible. So D dash will be kept in brackets. Okay, this is going to be C dash. Okay, and also here the bottom, see here, this is only the apex are represented O, and also we have the O1, the bottom base center, that is ABCD square base center is O1. Okay, we can make it as O1. So which is not visible, so we can draw as in brackets. You can represent in brackets. So O1 is not visible because it is at the bottom. So similarly, this is represented as O dash. This is represented as O dash. And where is the O1 dash? O1 dash is also coincided with the B dash, D dash. O1 dash is also coincided with the B1 dash, B dash and D dash. So here I can represent as O1 dash. O1 dash. Okay. So that is also not visible. Okay. So this is how, once you represent all these points, now we need to join the slant edges. So from O dash, we need to join to the A dash. From O dash, join to A dash. Then from O dash, you need to join to the B dash. So it's already joined with the straight line, and O dash to C dash to be joined. O dash to C dash to be joined. So join to the C dash. So see, once again, O dash to D dash, because O dash, D dash, O dash, B dash, and O dash, O1 dash, all three lines are coinciding here. It means that, see, in the thick line, dotted line, axis line coincides, thick line is represented. No dotted line is represented, no axis line is also represented. When the thick line, when the axis line and dotted line, all three are coincides, or axis line and the thick line coincides, then thick line only represented. So this has to be done. So once you do this, then this is to be thickness of 0.5 mm. So here these are all not required. So remaining should be 0.5 mm thickness, and the bottom base also. So the bottom base should be 0.5 mm thickness. So with this, the initial position of the solid is finished. With this, initial position of the solid is done. So once you have done the initial position of the solid, then we need to go the next one is what? Next one is, you are going to rotate this triangular pyramid, or a square pyramid, such a way that the axis is inclined to the given angle of, what is the given angle here? Axis inclined to HP is 40 degrees. See here, second position is always with related to axis inclination with HP. Second position is always related to axis inclination with HP. So what is the axis inclined to HP? It's 40 degrees. So you need to rotate this. Square pyramid such a way that the axis line. Where is the axis line? O dash, B dash, or O dash, O1 dash. This is the center one is going to be 40 degrees. I mean, you need to rotate. 40 degrees. You need to rotate. So what you need to do? You need to move. Here I am teaching only the how to use the solving, how to use the software. Okay, how to use the software. So keep this here. Okay, and move with copy. Okay, move with copy. So on this. So here, if you want to know, so because this axis is, if I want right rotate, so this will be okay. You can rotate the axis. You can rotate the axis because from this endpoint and this endpoint like this. Okay. So how much is that? Rotation angle is 40 degrees. Okay. Rotation angle is 40 degrees. So rotate the 40 degrees. Rotation without copy. Rotation without copy. Rotate without copy. 40 degrees, enter this side, okay, enter. So now see, if you look at, as I rotated about this axis, it has come down. So it means that this corner should come on the xy line. This corner should come on xy line. So what I do is I just move this end point, picking this end point, move without copy. So onto this line, onto this, like this. Okay. So now I moved. Oh, okay. So then I have moved like this. Clear? Right. So now by drawing, by drawing from each corner, you need to obtain the top view. You need to obtain the top view. So this is the corner represents what? A dash. So from A dash, it should be drawn as one vertical line and one horizontal line. So always draw vertical and horizontal lines such a way that it should be end at the intersection points. All the two vertical lines, see this is A dash line. So this A dash line should end at exactly there only. Okay. Likewise. So this is B dash line. So from this is the D line. So D line, it is going to intersect at this point. Similarly, B is going to intersect at this point. So and at this point. So B and D is over. Next, C dash. Because it is resting on corner C, so it is going to be at this point. And then finally from O dash. Finally from O dash. So O dash and O1 dash also need to be drawn. Okay. So similarly, this O1 dash will be here only. Okay. So now once you got this, the intersection points need to be obtained. So from D, you can draw a horizontal line like this, so that it will intersect at this point. Okay. Similarly, B, from B, you need to enter at this point. Okay. Then what is this? At this point and this point. Then similarly, so this projection, because it is the C point, from here C point, then join to the O, right. So now name the top view. Name the top view. That is, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, okay, and this is O. And O1 is here. O1 is here. O1. Okay. So now, as I told you that in the previous class, we need to draw the outer view first. Outer view of the solid means starting from A. Okay. Starting from A, end point. It starts from end point. Okay. A, then to B, then to O, because C will not come here, because C is not, this is goes in C point will be lying inside the boundary, So this one, then D, then D to A. So this is called as outer view of the solid, outer view of the solid. So in this case, outer view of the solid once you have drawn, So next is the base, whether the base is visible or not. See here, the observer will be here. So when the observer is viewing from the top surface, the bottom base is not visible to him, because the bottom base is not visible to him. So when you look at this from the top surface, the bottom base is not visible to him. So what you do is, with the base is not visible, but the base edges AB and AD already came in the outer view. So those which are should be drawn as dotted but already came in the outer view, already came in the outer view. So already came in the outer view. So it need not to draw dotted line. So remaining that remaining edges, that is which is from B to from B to from B to C and then C to D. From B to C and then C to D, both should be drawn as dotted line, because this base is not visible. That's why this will come as a dotted line. Okay. So now see, the once you have finished the base, first is boundary, second one is the base, third one is slant edges. Third one is slant edges. So what are the slant edges we have? One is OA dash, I mean OA, and then which we have one OA, OB, OC, and OD. See, OD is already came in the outer view, OB is also came in the outer view, and the remaining edges is OC and OA. OC and OA. We know that two dotted lines, when the two dotted lines intersecting at one particular point, the line passing through this point, that is CO or OC, the line passing through this point is also a dotted line. The line passing through this, the line passing through this is also a dotted line. So what you are going to do? You are going to draw a dotted line from this C point, from this C point to the O, which is not visible, which is not visible. Similarly, OA, while view from the top, OA is visible because it is OA is here. OA is near to the observer. This is the OA. OA is nearer to the observer, so OA is visible to him. So OA is visible in the sense OA should be drawn as thick. OA should be drawn as thick. So from O, if I draw like this, then it will become as thick. So it's dotted line. Okay, thick should be drawn as thick, continuous thick line with the 0.5 mm thickness from O to A to be joined as thick line. See here, thick line and dotted line coincides at this particular point, but it is thick line is overlapping on that. That's why thick line should be shown as when the dotted line and thick line is coincides. So OA is thick line. Now this is the top view of the given square pyramid. Now what we do is, what is the problem? Next condition is given and appears to be inclined. Axis appears to, you see here, if you read the question properly, draw the projections of the pyramid. Draw the projections of the pyramid. When the axis of the pyramid is inclined to HP at 40 degrees, that is done. Then when the axis appears to be inclined to VP, in the sense what angle is given? He has given directly beta angle. So when he has given the directly beta angle, then no need to calculate the beta angle procedure. Means he has given the directly beta. So take the beta angle and rotate the axis onto that beta angle line. So appears to be inclined at VP at 45 degrees. Appears to be inclined at 45 degrees. So now what I do is, this appears to be axis is nothing but, see here, this is going to be appears to be axis. So which is this is from here to here, if you measure, so the length is changed, means this is the apparent length 38.57. Actually it is a 60 mm. It is a 60 mm axis length as reduced to 38.57, means it is appears to be axis. This axis itself is at an angle of 45 degrees. So just what you need to draw is, draw a 45 degrees angle, draw a 45 degrees line. That is by keeping the angle minus, okay. So by keeping this minus 135, I can get this as a 45 degrees line. I can get this as a 45 degrees line. So it should be construction line. So 0.18, 0.13 is the thickness. So once you have done this, so measure the angle between, so 45 degrees. Okay. So once you keep this 45 degrees, then we need to rotate this, I mean move and rotate. So move, how to move? Always in the pyramids, always pick the apex point as a one reference point. Apex point as a one reference point. Then pick this anywhere on this line. Anywhere on this line I can place because axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degrees. So anywhere on this line I can pick. So place on this. Move without copy I've done. So move with copy to be done. Move with copy. So move move with copy. Move with copy by taking this endpoint like this, then place here. Okay. Then what you need to do? You need to rotate to a given angle that is 45 degrees. Just rotate like this. Rotate without copy. Rotate without copy. Okay. That's it. See, such that this O1 is what it tells. This O1 is appears to be axis. Appears to be axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degrees to PP. Appears to be axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degrees to PP. So that's we have drawn. That we have drawn. So all the conditions are satisfied now. So this is a square pyramid which is resting on one of its corners on HP. Okay, and axis is inclined at an angle of 40 degrees. Axis is inclined at an angle of 40 degrees, and the appears to be axis also inclined at an angle of 40 degrees with HP. Now you need to draw the front view by projecting from each corner. This is A. This is A. So from this point, where it lies, A is here. A is here. Okay, from this point to here. Then from D, so this is here from D. So this is the end point of this. This is the end point of. So this is D. Okay. Similarly, then this is going to be B. So B is also here. Okay. Then C from corner C. So this is the intersection point of it. Then corner C, it will lies on the XY line because it is resting on corner. So next O. O is, this is O dash. So O dash is here. So O dash and O. O dash and O. Okay, O dash and O. Then O1. So from here, O1, O1 lies in line with this. So O1. O1, O1 dash. Both intersect at this point. Okay. So now name it. After naming, you need to join. So this is going to be D dash, and this is going to be A dash, and this is going to be C dash, and this is going to be your B dash, and this is going to be O dash, and this is going to be, sorry, this is going to be O dash, and this is going to be O1 dash. Here is the O1 dash. O1 dash. So once you name this one, then you need to join. You need to join all the horizontal projection to that end point like this. Then from A dash to A dash. Then from this point to this point. Then till this point. Okay. Then that's all. C is anyhow on the XY line, so you can join. Now what you have to do, as I told you that you need to draw outer view. You need to draw outer view starting from C. Starting from C. So if you, whether the B comes on the line or not, that you need to see by joining to O. So here, if you look at this, if you look at this, see this B is coming right side of this. It means that it is a outer view. It is a boundary view. It is a boundary view. So from this, join to O dash, and then this A dash, then D dash. Okay, then D dash to C dash, D dash to C dash. So I have drawn the outer view. Once you draw the outer view, then the base. The base should be drawn first. Once you have drawn the outer view, second one is base. So how? Because the base is near to the observer. Because here, when I rotate this one, when I rotate like this, when I rotate like this, the base is near to the observer. Means the base is visible to the observer. Base is visible to the observer. So the base is drawn. The base is drawn by joining to here and then to here with a thick line, then slant edges. So OA is already joined, OB is joined already, OC need to be joined, and as well as OD to be joined. So OD is not visible because it is away from the observer. See, the OD is line is away from the observer. So OD is drawn as a dotted line. OD is drawn as a dotted line. Dotted line to this endpoint. Okay. Similarly, OC, when you look at this here, OC is OC. So OC is here. So when you look at from this side, when you look from this side, the observer cannot be visible this OC also. So OC should be drawn as dotted line. OC should be drawn as dotted line. Right, like this. So this is how you need to draw. So then XY line, VPHP dimensions and all those dimensions of this, and then sorry, dimensions of axis dimension. Okay, then what is the angle between this and angle between this and this. Okay, you can do extend to next, extend to next. Extend to next. Okay, so this one we can make it as 0.13, 0.13, and we can draw as, we can draw this from here to the tip of 0.5 mm. Continuous thick line, continuous thick line. Okay. So now the angle between this to be measured, which is 50 degrees. So axis inclined at an angle of 50 degrees to HP. So now this is how we can draw this. Okay. And dimensions is measured, XY line, VPHP, all to be mentioned. XY line, XY line, VPHP, okay, VPHP, and directions, as we told that. So directions, I mean leader need to be shown. So leader need to be shown. So like this. Then, so likewise for all you need to measure. XY line also because it is there is a C dash here. Okay. Likewise, you need to show your arrowheads. Now you need to yeah. So this is how we need to do. That is next problem. We go to the next problem. So next we go to the hexagonal pyramid. Hexagonal pyramid. Okay, Okay, hexagonal pyramid will do with the uh, axis inclined to HP. Okay, axis inclined to VP. Okay, so if you look at this hexagonal pyramid, 25 mm sides of base, 50 mm axis length, rests on HP and one of its edges. So the hexagon to be drawn in such a way that edges comes on the right hand side. Edge comes on the right hand side. So now you draw the hexagon. You can draw the hexagon by keeping the edge on the right side. By keeping the hexagon on the right side. So take the line command. So 25 mm enter, 0 enter, 25 mm enter. Sorry, the line should be continuous thick. The line should be continuous thick. So 25 enter, 0 enter, 25 enter, 60 enter, 25 enter, 120 enter, 25 enter, 180 enter, 25 enter, minus 120 enter, 25 enter, minus 60 enter. So like that we can finish this hexagon. See, but hexagon is what how I constructed is resting on corner. So this orientation is resting on corner. So it has to be rotated. It has to be rotated in such a way that rotate without copy. Okay, like this. So then you can move near to the XY line. So a little bit up. Okay, here. Move a little bit near to the XY line. Okay, XY line is drawn somewhere. Okay. So now you draw the XY line. You draw the XY line. XY line should be 0.18. XY line should be 0.18. So I draw the XY line. Right. Now, once you finish this, then center of this apex you need to identify. How to draw the apex? By joining the opposite corners. By joining the opposite corners with 0.5 mm thickness. Because all vertical edges is visible. All vertical edges is visible. So, all vertical edges to be drawn like this. Whereas in the case of prisms, we have not drawn like this. Okay, that is only the construction line to locate the center. But in the case of pyramids, it is not the construction lines because these are the visible lines, which solid lines, solid edge lines. Okay, so that's why we can need to draw thick lines. That's why we need to draw thick lines. Now the name. Now the name. So this apex is O. Apex is O. Then the base edges A, then B, you can write as B, then C, then C, then D, then E, then F. Right? So once you're drawn, once you've drawn, once you have drawn this ABCD bottom base, next front view to be drawn by projecting from the first apex, from the apex O, from the apex O. So it should be construction line, so 0.13. So from this midpoint, then go vertically up to this point, then go to the height of how much is given? Axis height is given as 50 mm. Axis height is given as 50 mm. So go to the axis height of 50 mm. Okay, so then stop. So now apex is drawn, then base from each corner of the base from A and F coincide. So AF will come here, will come here. Then C and D will come here. Okay. Then join because A and B and D is coincides and it will appear here itself. So now from the apex, all the base corners to be joined. From the apex, all the base corners to be joined. So now join to the base corners. So this is the front view of your hexagonal prism. Once again here, if you look at the axis line and as well as OB line and OE line, all three vertical edges are slant edges, vertical edge of axis and the slant edges of OB and OE coincides in this line itself. But OB is visible, so thick line will be considered when compared to thick and dotted line is going to coincide. When the thick and dotted line coincides, thick line is going to be represented. Okay, so then after finishing of this, naming is done. Naming. So what is the apex is going to be here O dash, apex is O dash, and this is going to be E dash F dash. So here it is A dash F dash. A dash is visible, but F dash is not visible, so that should be shown in a bracket.